everybody. I didn't know if I'd talk today because it's kind of a strange topic to me. What is the sweet life? It's very subjective. At least to me, it's very subjective. And I realize it's different for everybody, and it even changes throughout your life. And having studied psychology, I realized one thing I learned, one of the basic tenets is you adjust to your situation. So your definition of sweet life changes as your life situation changes. And thinking about that, I brought back about 3 years ago. I just finished graduate school, and I was determined to live my sweet life. And I said, I'm going to go on, I'm going to do a postdoc, and I'm going to make a list of all the things I need to live my sweet life, my definition of sweet life. So I said, and I found it. I said, I found a job that I really liked, doing the research I really liked, in a city, DC, which was surrounded by nature and was allowed me to go for long runs. Everything was perfect. Down the list, check, 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 check. Everything was perfect. And I thought I had my sweet life. And I lived in my small apartment thinking happy, thinking I had my sweet life. I took the subway to work. After work I went for runs. Everything was perfect. Except, after about a couple years, I realized there's a hole in my life. And this is not really a sweet life. And what was missing, I realized, was a social aspect. And it's funny because there's no better place I found than DC. And it's ironic that I didn't have the friends or the social life that I wanted, because DC is sort of full of bright-eyed, bushy-tailed young people that flow in with the tide, the political tide, and they flow out with the political tide. And it's constantly refilling with young people, and they're all eager to meet people because they're from all over the country. And one day, I was walking down in the middle of the night. I just decided to go for a walk. And I was walking down, I found myself on Adams Morgan, which is one of the, if you know DC, it's a very happening place. It's very busy, it's very exciting. And I was walking down the street, and it was full of revelry. I mean, everybody was having a lot of fun and excitement. And I realized I'm around these people, I'm seeing these people, but I'm not of those people. I'm not enjoying myself. I'm missing something. And I was determined I'm going to make a change in my life at this point. I'm going to do something. I'm going to put myself out there in situations and force myself into situations that would otherwise make me uncomfortable. And that might be how I find my sweet life. And one thing I did was I put myself on a dating website to meet somebody. And this is something I wouldn't normally do. And sure enough, very surprisingly, I got a text or message on my phone one day randomly from this woman who was super excited and super full of energy and was totally the opposite of me. And they didn't match us. It was just she happened to be kind of close by, which is, if you think about it, it's kind of weird. It just said, this man is close by. And I dithered, though. I dithered. I was uncertain. I was uncertain because, I was in my little fishbowl. I was happy. I didn't want to be the fish out of water. And I strung her along. And one day she said, no, I'm coming over, and we're going to meet right now, or we're never going to meet. And I said, fine, come on over. And she was just like a whirlwind and full of energy. And it showed me what I was really missing in my life. And so fast forward, I was no longer living in DC. I had a different job. But now I'm married to that woman. And I realize now that for me, and maybe it's for other people too, but for me, if I want a sweet life, I can't make these lists, I can't have strict rules, I have to be open to serendipity. And if I want to grow that sweet life is watered not by money or jobs or any of those other things I thought before. It's watered by friendship, love, and family.